The sun was high and merciless when Marin stumbled onto the sidewalk, her breath trembling, her clothes soaked and streaked with mud, as if the universe itself had decided to test her spirit. Cars rushed past, horns blaring, and people stared at her with a mixture of confusion and pity. But she kept walking, clutching her broken purse and trying to hold together whatever pride she still had left. She whispered to herself that she couldn't afford to give up now, not today, not when this blind date was her one small chance at something different, something better, something not defined by struggle. If you believe in kindness and second chances, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Your support helps stories like this find the hearts they're meant to touch. Marin had never meant to show up looking like this. 2 hours earlier, she had been rushing home from her second job, hoping to change clothes and try to look presentable, but the old bus had broken down halfway, forcing her to walk through a construction area where a passing truck splashed filthy water over her as if fate had a cruel sense of humor. Her shoes were ruined, her hair was chaotic, and her heart felt even worse. She almost turned around twice, wondering who she was trying to impress. She was just a struggling waitress from the edge of town, a girl who had been working since she was 16 to support a sick grandmother and keep a roof over their heads. What made her think she deserved a chance at love? But then she remembered the message he had sent. Trylan, a single dad she had matched with through a local support group app. He had been honest, warm, and patient. She didn't know why, but something about the way he talked about his daughter made her feel safe, as if he was someone who understood brokenness without judgment, and so she pushed forward, mud and all, hoping he wouldn't see her and regret everything. When she reached the cafe, she saw him sitting outside with a soft smile, tapping his fingers on the wooden table as if lost in thought. He looked nothing like the photos that felt too good to be true. He looked better. There was a natural kindness in his eyes, the kind that couldn't be faked. Marin took one step toward him, then another, and when he finally looked up and saw her, she froze, her heart sank. His smile vanished for a moment, not out of disappointment, but out of pure shock as he stood up so fast the chair scraped loudly behind him. Marin expected him to walk away, or worse, to look at her with embarrassment. Instead, Rylan walked straight toward her and removed his jacket, gently draping it over her shoulders as if shielding her from the world. He didn't speak. He didn't ask what happened. He simply guided her to the table with a calmness that made her eyes sting. As she sat down, she felt something she hadn't felt in years. She didn't feel judged. For the first time in her life, someone saw her as more than her circumstances. Rylan poured her a glass of water and only said, "You made it. I'm glad you're here." That sentence alone broke her. She had spent so long being invisible that she didn't know what to say. She told him about the bus, the mud, the ruined shoes, and how she considered giving up. He listened the entire time without a single interruption. And when she apologized for being a mess, he shook his head and told her that showing up when everything tries to stop you didn't make her weak. It made her extraordinary. The sunlight filtering between the trees warmed her skin as she looked at him, seeing the sincerity written across every part of him. Rylan shared his story, too, how he had been raising his daughter alone after losing his wife 3 years earlier, how he doubted himself every day, and how meeting Marin felt like a chance to believe in hope again. His words wrapped around her heart in ways she never expected. Slowly, she realized that his life wasn't perfect either, yet here he was, offering her comfort without a second thought. As the afternoon drifted on, something shifted between them. The awkwardness melted, the fear dissolved. It was as if the mess she arrived in had created a freedom. Neither of them felt the need to pretend. They laughed, shared stories they had never told anyone, and discovered a rare peace in each other's company. People passed by them with curious glances, but for the first time that day Marin didn't care. She was seen, she was valued, and she was enough. When the date finally ended and they stepped outside, Rylan walked her to the bus stop. Before she could leave, he gently took her hand and said that if she ever needed help, if she ever needed someone to believe in her, he wanted to be that person. Maren felt something inside her steady, a soft, quiet promise that maybe her life didn't have to stay the way it had always been. If this story touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Kindness Corner. Your support truly means the world. And please take a moment to comment a heart if you believe kindness still exists. In that simple, sunlit moment on the sidewalk, covered in dried mud, but filled with new hope, Maren realized that sometimes the most unexpected days are the ones that change everything.